I said, are you ready to talk politics? Hey, man, we got a hell of a damn day, man. You know, it's Sunday, and I usually don't do this on Sundays, but I felt that I'd come live for the few people who's interested in their health facts and, wanting something of substance and intellectually stimulating. And just some damn information that's going to probably be able to save you, your children, and people closest to you. I figured that today would be a good day, being that it is the Lord's Day, to try to save some damn lives. Hey, man, so we're going to jump right into it, man. I hate to say I told you so, but remember that the portal told you so. If y'all can remember, about 4 to 6 months ago, we had something that hit America called the South African variant of the coronavirus, right? And it hit in South Carolina. That was the first state that it had hit in back in the day. And if you can remember, it was right around in January when that virus first hit. I believe I did the story, and that's when Joe Biden beat Donald Trump, and Donald Trump lost the presidency. And all they were talking about was Trump's impeachment from the Capitol riot. And back then, as soon as Trump got out of office, they basically stopped talking about the coronavirus, right? You barely had heard anything about goddamn COVID-19 when Donald Trump lost. And he said that was going to happen. And all of his supporters warned that was going to happen. And again, I must have, as hindsight's 2020, and I look back, I must agree with Donald Trump and his supporters, because that's exactly what happened. For a long time here, they've been trying to basically stymie, or let's just say snuff out the virus. They've been trying to put out the flames of talking about it, right? You got Joe Biden talking about opening up the economy, opening up school. Basically, Joe Biden has turned into Donald damn Trump. Basically, Joe Biden is talking about the same shit that Donald Trump was talking about, right? We can't let the cure be worse than the disease. Joe Biden, that's a Donald Trump's reference. Joe Biden's now saying it. We got to get the schools back open. We got to get the kids back to school. Donald Trump was saying it, and all the Democrats and Joe Biden was talking shit. Now you got Joe Biden and Democrats saying we got to open school. Donald Trump was saying we need to get the economy open. We can't let the cure be worse than the disease. This is not what the country was meant for. The country is made to be opened up. Now, I'm no goddamn Donald Trump supporter or no Donald Trump fan, but I must say that it is ironic in the hypocrisy of now, this is what the Biden administration has been saying, and Democrats are saying now, oh, we got to get the economy open back up. So everything Donald Trump was saying and the Democrats were against, because they claimed it was going to cost too many lives. The cost was going to be too great. Is now verbatim exactly what the positions have switched. So it was never about saving lives. It was never about concern for us. It was always about the politics. It was always about, can I make you look bad? Can I use this against you? It don't matter how many goddamn people gonna die. It don't matter what's gonna happen to us, the people, right? All they care about is their power, and can I use this tragedy? Can I use these deaths, 500,000 people dead, whatever it is? Can I use this damn virus? How can I use it politically? So if you remember back in January, I was about the only one talking about this South African variant. Now, granted, there was some reports on it, but the leads were buried. There wasn't no news organizations and no media talking about it. If you refer back to the video that I'm dropping for the premiere, that's from January, about 4 or 5 months ago. If you refer back to that, you can see me stating the obvious, like, damn, nobody's talking about the virus. We just had the damn South African variant pop up in South Carolina. And I'm like the only goddamn person in the world at the time was talking about it. And back then it was troubling, because the information that I found, the most troubling part about that South African variant 5-6 months ago when I first came across the story and I did the live stream on it, was that it was resistant. It had a potential to be resistant to the vaccines. And I did this whole big monologue, and I've been talking about this since last December, maybe November, about what if, because the virus keeps mutating, if we wind up getting strands that these goddamn vaccines don't work against, then what do we do, right? Because we seem to all be putting our eggs in one basket, and that's the man-made basket, as if man can goddamn somehow not muck shit up and save us. So if anybody can remember, those that came to Politics as Usual back then and have been keeping up with me, know that I've been talking about that, the variants, and what if, because it's mutating so fast and so frequently, what if the strands start to become resistant to the vaccine? And then I start talking about how they're going to start tweaking the vaccine, right? We got to tweak it here, we'll tweak it there. If we got to tweak it there, we'll tweak it here, and all this tweaking shit. And we know what happens with tweakers. And I kept saying, there's no way that I'm going to let you tweak no shit and then keep putting it in my goddamn body, right? So here we go now. New report just drops, and I'll be damned on what this new vaccine report says. So let me pull it up, man. Breaking news. Of course, nobody else is going to be talking about this shit, because these people don't care about us. Not the media, not the politician, not nobody, man. We got to look out for each other. So this is the story right here. And as it's coming up, let me just, as I'm pulling it up, I'm waiting for it to load, because I'm going to actually share it on the screen so you can see this crazy shit. But I just wanted everybody, for the record, to know that I've been talking about this shit since last January. January. Right here at the goddamn Politics as Usual, I was railing about, hey, what if the goddamn virus starts to become resistant to the vaccine? Nobody wants to talk about the shit. Everybody rather go watch somebody drunk on a live stream or some crazy shit that's not gonna have no effect on you or your children. While I'm sitting here trying to give you goddamn information that's gonna potentially help your goddamn babies, people rather go goddamn fuck off. Okay, but now we come back full circle because the what if has became the actual fucking reality now, right? We went from what if to what is. And all my day oneers and everybody who rock with this channel and everybody who rock with me know that I've been goddamn talking about, I'm probably the first out of everybody. I'm talking about everybody on YouTube. Go back and you find somebody who's been talking about this shit before me. Scientists, fucking anybody you could think of. I'm right here at Politics as Usual. That's why I like to think for myself and I don't really look at other news stations like that, right? I read shit to try to get information, but I don't like to hear, I don't like nobody to try to force their narrative on me. I like to read shit for myself, sift through it, and then deliver it to you in the way only I can. But this is how you know all my thoughts and the shit that you find here is authentic and original. Because you can go back and look at tape from last December and January, and I got the footage to prove it. It's on the goddamn channel compared to everybody else in the whole United States of America. CNN, CBS, MSNBC, NBC, ABC, Fox, YouTube, any YouTube channels. Name them all. I don't give a damn what YouTube channel you talking about. Progressive, Republican, Democrat, it don't matter. Nobody was talking about this shit, right? Nobody was talking about it. And everybody was acting like I was goddamn crazy. People was tuning out like, oh, he's trying to fearmonger. Here he goes. But here we go. Let's see what this article reads here. This article says, South African variant can break through the Pfizer vaccine. As of today, this dropped on August 11th. This shit hotter than fish grease. Shit is dropped. This is a few hours ago. Now remember, my video that I did this same story on was back in goddamn January. Okay, it was January. I just want you to keep that in mind. It says the mutant South African, and it's the same exact variant that I did my story on back in January. This is the same exact variant that everybody seemed to have forgot about because now they got the UK variant, the super variant, oh, this and that. And this shit has been lurking underneath the surfaces. But I talked about this specific variant and what if it becomes resistant to the vaccine. So now they say the mutant South African COVID-19 variant can break through the Pfizer jab, a new study has found. Scientists have studied 400 people who had tested positive for coronavirus at least 14 days after receiving 1 or 2 of the doses of the jab, and 400 who tested positive with no vaccine. The variant was 8 times more prevalent in those who had 2 jabs than none, meaning it showed up 8 times more with the people who actually received the goddamn Pfizer jab than the people who received no jab. It said it was seen in 5.4% of the people with 2 doses, but only 0.7% of the people without any dose. So this variant showed up 10 times more in people who got the goddamn vaccine than people who just didn't get no vaccine at all. And you know why that is, as we're going to find out here. It says the South African variant is called the B.1.351, has a key mutation on its spike protein that makes scientists fear it might make it harder for the immune system to recognize. This suggests that the vaccine is less effective against the South African variant compared with the original coronavirus, a variant first studied in Britain that has come to comprise nearly all COVID-19 cases in Israel, researchers said. We found disappropriately higher rates of the South African variant among people vaccinated with the second dose compared to those who were unvaccinated. This means that the South African variant is able, to some extent, break through the vaccine's protection, said Tel Aviv University's Adi Stern. The researchers cautioned, though, that the study only had a small sample size of people who were infected with the South African variant because of its rarity in Israel. So there you have it, man. At the end of the day, this story is basically saying the people who are getting vaccinated with 2 doses of the Pfizer vaccine are getting infected with the virus. And the reason why it is 10 times more prevalent in the people who are getting vaccinated is because the vaccine can protect against the other variants that we know of so far. But this new study is showing maybe the vaccine can protect against the original COVID-19 viruses. But as they mutate and as our immune systems get confused and discombobulated, people are going to start to get infected with the viruses that the vaccines don't protect. And In most cases, the viruses that the vaccine seen, the new variants are way worse than the first variants, right? If you go look at the other videos that I've done on COVID-19, or if you made any of these live streams, I have explained to you that in a lot of cases, like the UK variant is 67% more fatal and deadly than all the other variants, right? The new UK super, what they call them the super variant, it's like 70+% infectious. So it's more deadly and more contagious. And as the virus keeps mutating, that seems to be the trend, right? It becomes more deadly, it becomes more infectious, and now it's starting to look at, from this study, like it's starting to become more immune to the vaccine. So now what do we do? I will propose the same shit that I proposed a year ago when this shit first started. I'm one of the first channels to talk about the coronavirus in America. Look back from last 2020 January, right? Right around December, between November, December, I think around December, January, right before Christmas, right after Thanksgiving, here we were talking about the virus in America before anybody else was, right? They had already came out in January saying, well, there's no big need to worry. It's only a few cases in America. There's no big deal. And then boom, a few months later, we hear, a few months later, the shit became a pandemic. And a few months after that, it became a catastrophe. And now we're here at this point. But if you look back through my tapes almost over a year ago, right here before any news outlet, period, it don't matter. You can go look at any goddamn old tapes and compare it to the dates of when the politics as usual brought this corona. But why? Because we had people that was on our live streams in China as the virus was there first, where the virus originated, right? We had people that was on the live stream as we were looking at them go shopping in the market, right? We had people from China here at the politics as usual, and we were all on the live. We were watching them go into the stores, and we seen everybody wearing masks. That's how, if you was at politics as usual about a year and a half ago, you knew Dr. Fauci was full of shit. When Dr. Fauci said, oh, nobody need to wear masks. When all the rich people, you seen Jeezy in the damn, back in the day, you seen young Jeezy in the goddamn supermarket. He had on the 95 mask, but Dr. Fauci's trying to preserve it for the people he deemed important. Like me and my kids ain't fucking important. We were trying to save the mask for important people who deserved it. You know, we were trying to save it for the essential workers and their children, right? So they lied to us, but I already knew what the haps was, because everybody in goddamn China, before it even got to America or before it was reported in America, we were all watching China and Hong Kong. Everybody was wearing damn masks. So again, I was one of the first channels on YouTube to say, hey man, this shit about nobody need to wear a mask is bullshit. Everybody in Hong Kong is wearing masks. So what did I do back then? And a lot of people that come to politics as usual, what do? We all got on, we was buying, I got so many damn masks right now. I bought up so many damn masks back then that I still haven't bought a mask since last year. That's how many I had. So when everybody couldn't find masks and it was hard to get and everybody was shitting bricks, right? I was stocked up, and a lot of people who come visit the channel regularly, we were all doing the same. We were all talking to each other, and we were all out buying our damn masks before they ran out. My point being is that you can't trust any of these motherfuckers to bring you anything that's going to be scientific or that's going to be official, because the only thing that the mainstream media, Joe Biden and his administration, and all the politicians are going to do are going to try to create narratives that are going to benefit them. It don't matter if it's at the detriment of you, your children, or everything you love. So I'm going to bring you the goddamn truth. Now, I told y'all over and over, week after week, month after month, that, hey man, this mutation shit is getting out of hand, and this shit is something to really look at. While they kept trying to downplay it, like the vaccine is here, and oh, we're so great, we're gonna save you. Look at us, come to man. We've created this beautiful vaccine, and we're gonna save all the people. Don't you worship? You should worship us. Worship us. Now these motherfuckers sitting there looking stupid, scratching their damn heads, trying to figure out what the hell to do, because as I knew was going, this was common sense to me. As they start talking about all these different variants and mutations, I said, oh, this is an X-Men. This virus is an X-Men. It's like an X-Men virus. This motherfucker not just Cyclops. This motherfucker Cyclops, Wolverine, Beast, Jean, Storm. This goddamn virus is all the X-Men in one, with all the different mutations and everything that was going on. So here we go now. So just be on the lookout for, if you do get vaccinated, you still need to take precaution to take care. For those of you who don't get vaccinated and not going to get vaccinated, I'm pretty sure you're saying, aha, ha, ha. Yeah, I know people who didn't get vaccinated. What's the fucking point? So now everybody who's getting vaccinated with the South African who's getting vaccinated with Pfizer will just catch the virus. Okay, it's almost useless at this point to me. Okay, Pfizer's going to protect you from the original coronavirus, which is the least of your worries. It's the least deadly, it's the least contagious, it's the weakest one. Okay, Pfizer protects against the weakest one, but the stronger ones, we're going to start having, it's going to be, the vaccines will become useless if the stronger variants make the vaccines obsolete and the vaccines are weak against them. And this same problem right now that they're just now talking about on April 11th, we were talking back in January. So just listen, man, protect yourselves. Like I say, man, continue to wear your damn mask and do the things that you were doing to keep your self, your children, your loved ones, your family safe, right? Don't put your faith in man. The only thing that's going to protect you and the things you love is going to be you at the end of the day. You got to take this shit into your own hands. If you think that if you think these some bitches are gonna come up with something that's just gonna be a simple fix, then you gonna wind up with a whole lot more problems, right? Notice that every time somebody puts their faith in or starts to look for simple fixes, most of the time they always wind up with huger problems. So put your faith and trust in your God or whatever it is you believe in, and put your faith and trust in your damn self and use your common damn sense. Now, again, I'm not telling nobody to or not get the vaccine. What I am just stating is the facts, and these are the facts, whether you like them or not, right? So, okay, South African variant Pfizer vaccine is, I'm just, man, it's just, if the vaccines are not going to protect against the more potent and deadly variant, then what the hell is the point of the vaccine? Right? What the hell is, I'd rather get infected with the first original weak virus if I had a choice. Hurry up and get that so I could build up my own immunity and then, take my chances out there. Than to take my chances with this damn vaccine that's not FDA approved yet, that's still under the EAU Emergency Authorization Act, and they still don't have enough data on to know any long-term implications that this vaccine may cause, right? So that's not worth the risk to me. This is when the risk outweigh the reward. So if I had then the damn vaccines are going to protect you against the one that you should be given. I'm going to get sick, I want to get the weak one. I don't want to get sick with the strong one. I'd rather get sick with the weakest version of this damn virus to have my best shot at defeating it. And then hopefully I can gain my own protection, my own antibodies, and my immune system can fight off the new virus comes into my system. But this is ludicrous. What's the point of having a vaccine if the most deadly contagious variant are going to be evading the vaccine? This is why you can't put your faith in man.